The chamber is vast, filled with towering crystalline columns that shimmer under ethereal light. Rows upon rows of alien representatives sit in a stadium-like formation, each unique in form and color. At the center stands Ambassador Kalair, his metallic scales catching the light as he addresses the assembly. Ambassador Kalair, esteemed members of the Galactic Council, today marks 10,000 cycles since the Nexus Federation joined this illustrious gathering of civilizations. As the galaxy's sole Deathworld species, we have borne the burden of safeguarding our allies, thriving in environments that would reduce most of you to mere organic soup. The audience murmurs uncomfortably as Kalair puffs out his armored chest. Kalair, our home, Career Prime, boasts gravity 3 times standard, atmospheric pressures that would crush a Xenian, and temperature swings capable of freezing or boiling most species in an instant. Suddenly, the chamber doors burst open with a thunderous boom. A collective gasp ripples through the assembly. Sorry I'm late. Traffic was murder in the upper atmosphere. You wouldn't believe how many ships were trying to quantum park in the same space-time coordinates. The camera pans to reveal a human woman, Captain Maya Rodriguez, striding confidently into the chamber. She wears a simple fabric suit, devoid of protective gear, her demeanor exuding casual defiance. Captain Rodriguez, I believe you were talking about Deathworlders? How fascinating. Please, don't let me interrupt. She taps a device on her wrist, and the chamber's main holographic display lights up with shocking images. Humans climbing frozen peaks, surfing in storms, and walking through volcanic terrain, all without advanced gear. Rodriguez, while your people evolved to survive one extreme environment, my people evolved to survive all of them. Trazolin, run the analysis again. These readings can't be right. Science Officer Paxi, sir, I've run it 12 times. This planet, Earth, has 4 distinct atmospheric patterns simultaneously. Oceans, deserts, frozen wastelands, all on the same planet. The main screen zooms in on a bustling human city, showing people swimming in oceans, walking through deserts, and scaling mountains. Paxi, they're not just surviving, Commander. They're thriving. An alert blares. A video transmission begins. Captain Rodriguez appears on screen, sipping a steaming beverage. Rodriguez, welcome to Earth. Lovely day for flying, isn't it? Watch out for the hurricane brewing in the Pacific. It might mess with your sensors. The crew stares in horror as Rodriguez casually discusses Earth's deadly weather like it's an inconvenience. Kalair, are you certain you want to proceed? These trials were designed for our strongest warriors. Don't. Looks like a fun Sunday workout to me. Dr. Park. Relatively mild, really. Shall we begin? The trials begin. First, a superheated plasma chamber reaches 800 Kelvin. Don't. Finally warming up. Reminds me of Death Valley in the summer. Dr. Park. Quite pleasant, though I prefer the humidity of a Korean sauna. Kalair orders the temperature increased. The humans remain unfazed. Don't. Hey Luna, these conditions are great for testing my new workout routine. Park. Fascinating data. The increased gravity is enhancing protein synthesis efficiency. We might need one of these chambers for our research. Kalair's aide faints. Park. This composition. Doesn't this remind you of that cafe in Mexico City, Jack? Excellent smog-aged wine. Don't. Though it's missing the carbon monoxide undertones for that full-bodied experience. Kalair roars in disbelief as the humans casually complete the trial. I need a drink. Don't. Perfect. Luna, break out the Venusian quantum whiskey. Rodriguez appears on a holographic screen. Rodriguez. Oh, by the way, Ambassador, welcome to spring. Don't mind the thunderstorms. It's perfect weather for a first date with the cosmos. As a lightning storm erupts behind Earth, the camera zooms out, showing the relentless hunter dwarfed by the vibrant, chaotic beauty of the planet. And so, the galaxy learned a new truth. Humans weren't just survivors. They were challengers of the impossible. Ambassador Kalair. As I was saying, the Nexus Federation's environment is unparalleled. Our species thrives in conditions that... Sorry, Ambassador, but you might want to update your speech. You're not the only ones with extreme environments, after all. She taps her wrist device again, and a hologram flickers to life, showing maps of Earth's extreme conditions. Raging hurricanes, volcanoes erupting, endless deserts, and ice-covered wastelands, each labeled with human survival stats. The camera zooms in on Kalair's face as he realizes the truth behind her words. Rodriguez. While your species might be comfortable in one extreme environment, my people evolved to thrive in all of them. Some of us even like to enjoy a nice cup of coffee during a lightning storm. It's like a sport. The chamber falls silent as Kalayer's mandibles click nervously. Ambassador Kalayer, you evolved to handle everything, even the impossible. Rodriguez, try us. Back in orbit above Earth, the Nexus Federation's flagship is still scanning the planet's surface. Commander Trazalin stands in the center of the command bridge, his scales vibrating in frustration as the planetary readings continue to defy all logic. Trazalin, impossible. This data can't be correct. There must be some sort of malfunction. His science officer Paxi, still looking stunned, examines the readings again. Paxi, sir, I've double-checked. Earth's surface is a constant battle of extreme weather systems. In one hemisphere, we have frozen oceans, while the other half is caught in scorching deserts. Both simultaneously. It's like the planet wants to destroy everything on it. Trazalin. Yet they survive. They don't just survive, they thrive. How? The ship's sensor operator speaks up, a slight crackle in her voice as she scans the planet's surface. Sir, I'm detecting movement. Thousands, no, millions of heat signatures. They're living beings, Commander. Living in the most hostile conditions known to the galaxy? Impossible. The screen zooms in on a coastal city on Earth, showing humans walking in the deadly hydrogen dioxide oceans, others scaling mountains in sub-zero temperatures with nothing more than basic tools. Some humans casually traverse molten deserts, unbothered by the heat. Paxi, they're not just surviving, Commander. They're thriving in these conditions. Trazalin struggles to process the data. How could this be possible? How could a species evolve to live in such chaotic extremes? Rodriguez, you've been admiring Earth's weather, haven't you? Well, it's a little chaotic right now, but then again, it's spring. Perfect time for a first date with the cosmos, don't you think? The crew looks at each other in complete horror and fascination as Rodriguez continues casually sipping her drink. Rodriguez. Also, just a heads up, there's a Category 5 hurricane heading your way. You might want to adjust your orbit a little, or it could mess with your sensors. Trazalin can hardly speak as he processes the information. The human casually refers to a hurricane like it's a minor inconvenience. The crew members look like they're witnessing the most incredible thing in the galaxy. Trazalin, we need to understand what we're dealing with. Send a signal back to command. This is no longer just a diplomatic mission, it's a priority-level ultimate. The humans, they may not just be another Deathworld species. Something has changed. His communication officer acknowledges the order and sends the signal. Trazalin continues pacing, a troubled expression on his face. What kind of world produces a species like this? What kind of hell world could create beings that casually survive everything nature throws at them? Kalayer, what are you doing? These trials are designed to break you. You'll die in here. Don't. This is nothing. Reminds me of a summer in Death Valley. A little more heat wouldn't hurt. Dr. Park. Actually, Jack, the increased temperature seems to be improving my synthetic protein synthesis. We might need to requisition more of these chambers for research. Kalayer's jaw drops, his scales rippling in confusion. You're going to die in there. It's a mixture of deadly gases. This is designed for the toughest warriors. Actually, this composition is quite similar to the air in Beijing circa 2040. A bit on the sulfuric side, but manageable. Dr. Park. It has a certain bouquet, don't you think? A little hydrogen sulfide with a hint of methane. Very charming. As the trial progresses, Kalayer's frustration reaches new heights. The humans are completing the most impossible tasks with ease, casually discussing toxic gas compositions like they're tasting wine. Kalayer, I need a drink. Stone perfect. Luna, break out the Venusian quantum whiskey. Asterisk Kalayer staggers back, unable to comprehend the full extent of what he's witnessing. These humans, they weren't just a new species. They were something else entirely. Rodriguez. By the way, Ambassador, if you're still thinking about spring, well, we have thunderstorms today. You might want to bring an umbrella. The camera pans out to show the relentless hunter surrounded by swirling cosmic energy as Earth's chaotic beauty dances below. The galaxy had just learned its most dangerous truth. Humans were not just survivors. They were the takers of the impossible. Trazolin. This is impossible. How can they perform under such extreme conditions with no noticeable weakening of their bodies? Paxi. I don't understand, Commander. We've run simulations. By all standards, no species can endure this much abuse and still remain functional. It's as if they are impervious. Trazolin. Don't say that. We can't let them get this far ahead. We need a new strategy. The lights flicker, and the chamber's communication officer interrupts with an urgent message. She hesitates for a moment, unsure of the gravity of the news she bears. Sir, we've received an encrypted message from the humans. They request a demonstration. Trazolin raises an eyebrow, clearly disbelieving. Trazolin. A demonstration? What are they planning? The screen flickers to show Captain Rodriguez, who smiles casually at the camera, as though she's presenting a commercial for a new product. Rodriguez. Well, it looks like you're still doubting us. So here's the deal. We're going to show you a real demonstration of human resilience. Live broadcast, no edits. You can observe for yourselves what makes us a little different. The screen goes black for a moment, and Trazolin's crew stares at each other, realizing they have no idea what the humans are capable of next. Rodriguez. All right, folks. Today's test is going to be a bit more intense than usual. Think of it as Earth's version of a reality show, but with real stakes. She signals to the massive gates on the far side of the arena, and immediately, a series of holographic obstacles appear, shifting between natural disasters and environments. First, a scorching desert stretches out across the sandpit, with intense 200-degree heat radiating from the ground. The humans step forward without hesitation, ready to face it. Rodriguez. Oh, this is nothing. Hotter than the Sahara during the summer. Don't worry, we'll be fine. The humans begin their run, each of them crossing the scorching expanse with ease. Alien spectators gasp as one human runs barefoot across the hot desert, seemingly unaffected by the burning sand. Others perform acrobatic moves, using the environment to their advantage in a flawless display of physical prowess. Rodriguez. This reminds me of the Pacific after an earthquake. We used to surf through conditions like this for fun. Hope you brought your raincoats. The humans wade into the ocean, seemingly unaffected by the extreme conditions. Some of them swim across the water, while others calmly surf the waves. One human even dives deep into the water, avoiding electrical strikes and toxic currents with what appears to be instinctual ease. The alien spectators are left speechless, witnessing the impossible feat unfolding before them. Rodriguez. All right, folks. Last challenge. Gravity's a little stronger than we're used to, but don't worry. We've been working on this one for a while. The humans start moving under the crushing gravity, their muscles straining, but they continue. One human, an older man with graying hair, performs a series of impossible pull-ups, each one seemingly defying the laws of physics. Another human leaps into the air, flipping effortlessly, despite the intense pressure on their body. Rodriguez. You see, it's not about surviving the impossible. It's about thriving in it. Welcome to the edge of human potential. Trazolin. I don't understand. They're surviving. No, they're excelling in environments that are designed to obliterate them. Paxi shakes his head in disbelief. These trials, they should be impossible. And yet, they're not only enduring, they're mastering them. What kind of species are we dealing with? The camera zooms in on the flickering display of the humans continuing their trials, each one more impossible than the last. In the background, the Federation officers begin to argue among themselves, panic setting in as they struggle to understand how a species could be so resilient, so indomitable. And now, we show the galaxy what it means to live at the impossible edge. Without hesitation, Rodriguez and her team leap into the disaster zone, moving as though they're in their element. They tackle each obstacle with relentless determination. One human resists the pull of a collapsing building. Another speeds through a forest fire with flames licking at their heels. Each move is calculated, each step precise, as if they've mastered every deadly force of nature on Earth. They've done the impossible again. Paxi places a hand on his shoulder, his voice low and filled with awe. They are the impossible. These humans, they are a force we cannot reckon with. Trazolin's voice is barely a whisper as he gazes at the broadcast. The galaxy is no longer ours. The humans, they are the future. The camera pulls back, showing Earth from orbit once again. The swirling storms, the chaos, the beauty, humanity has proven its worth. The galaxy is now on notice. And so, as the stars watched in stunned silence, the humans stood at the edge of the impossible. And with one final step, they showed the universe that no challenge was too great, no trial too impossible. For humanity, there would be no limit. And there you have it, folks. When it comes to surviving the impossible, we humans just don't know how to quit. The crowd erupts into applause, the sound deafening. For the first time, alien species are in awe of humanity's raw power and determination. The camera zooms in on Rodriguez's face as she addresses the viewers across the galaxy. You saw it for yourselves. We're not just survivors. We're explorers. We're warriors. And if there's one thing we've learned along the way, it's that no matter how bad it gets, we adapt. That's our edge. How can we let this happen? We've watched species crumble under less pressure than this. And yet the humans, he punches the table in frustration. His second-in-command, Tivar, steps forward cautiously, sensing the storm brewing inside his commander. Tivar, we may have underestimated them, but there's still time. We still have the advantage in technology, fleet size, and advantage. No, they don't need advantage. They need nothing. These humans defy every law of nature. We've seen it. We've felt it. His voice becomes quieter, more calculating, as the weight of the situation dawns on him. The next move is ours, but we must do more than conquer them. We must break them. It's not just physical resilience. Their bodies, their minds, they're adaptable. They shift under pressure. They overcome every obstacle. It's not something we engineered. It's something inherent to us. One of the engineers, Merrick, looks up from his monitor in disbelief. Are you telling me that we, humans, are actually designed to survive the impossible? Maybe not designed, but we've evolved for this. We thrive in chaos. We adapt faster than anything in the galaxy. And that's something the rest of the universe isn't ready for. A sudden beep from another console alerts the team to an incoming message. They look at the screen. It's encrypted, with a warning that it's from the Nexus Federation. Dr. Granger. Well, here it comes. Let's see what they want now. Trazolin. Humanity, you have proven yourselves capable of surviving the impossible. But know this, we do not take kindly to challenges, especially from inferior species. If you wish to continue to exist in this galaxy, you will submit to our superiority. Surrender your leaders and cease your resistance, or face annihilation. The room falls silent as his words echo across the room, chilling the atmosphere. Dr. Granger stands tall, refusing to show any sign of fear. Dr. Granger, you think you can intimidate us, Trazolin? You might control the stars, but you can't control our spirit. She pauses for a moment, gathering her thoughts. We will not kneel. We will never submit. We are humanity, and we will fight for every inch of the galaxy. Trazolin, so be it. They have chosen their path. But mark my words, their defiance will be their downfall. We will strike fast. We will strike hard. And we will crush them. Rodriguez, we've faced the impossible before. And we've conquered it. Now, the galaxy thinks it can break us? Well, here's the truth. We are humanity, and we will never bow down. This fight isn't just for our planet. It's for every corner of the universe that needs hope. And together, we'll show them that no one is beyond our reach. We've trained for this moment our whole lives. Now, it's time to show them that Earth can face anything. We're not just a species of survivalists. We're a species of warriors. Dr. Granger, we've got the edge now. Their technology might be superior, but we're not going to fight them with their rules. We'll outthink them, outfight them, and when it's all said and done, we'll be standing tall as the victors. This is it. We fight for everything. For our planet. For our future. For the human race. Let's show them what we're made of. Explosions rock the sky as human and alien ships collide. A furious space battle ensues, lasers and missiles flashing across the cosmos. Humanity's resilience is on full display as they fight with the ferocity of a species that refuses to be crushed. Trazolin, this is impossible. How can they be so strong? He clenches his fist, knowing the inevitable is upon them. It's too late now. The humans have already won. Rodriguez, we've done it. We've shown them the impossible. And we're not done yet. The camera pans out to show Earth's forces standing united, ready for whatever comes next. This is only the beginning. Humanity has proven that no matter the odds, no matter the enemy, no challenge is too great. They've faced the impossible and conquered it. Now, they march forward into the unknown. Humanity's war for the future begins. Dr. Granger, we're not out of the woods yet. We've repelled the first wave, but there's something bigger coming. Rodriguez, what do you mean? Trazolin wasn't bluffing when he said he would destroy us. The Nexus Federation has something far worse than anything we've faced. They've been hiding their true weapon, and now they're bringing it to bear. Rodriguez stands up abruptly, her face hardening with determination. Then we prepare for that too. The impossible is our specialty. The humans have made their point. They've defied everything we've thrown at them, and they've somehow come out on top. But we will not be bested. Not again. He pauses, looking to one of his commanders, who steps forward holding a small device. It glows with an eerie blue light, an ancient alien relic long thought lost. It's time to activate the Exodus engine. The commander nods and presses a button on the device. A massive, ominous hum fills the room as the Exodus engine is powered up, its energy radiating with a dangerous aura. Are you sure, Commander? This weapon, it is beyond anything we've ever used. If it malfunctions, we're all dead. But it won't. This weapon will end Earth once and for all. This is it. If they think they can end us with this Exodus engine, they got another thing coming. We've beaten the impossible before, and we will do it again. We don't even know what this weapon can do. We need to figure out a way to neutralize it before they can deploy it. A young officer steps forward, a new face in the command room, his eyes wide with a mix of awe and fear. What if we use their own technology against them? If we can infiltrate their systems, we could disable the Exodus engine before they use it. I like the sound of that. Time to put our ingenuity to the test. This mission isn't just about saving Earth. It's about showing the Nexus Federation that we're not just survivors. We're fighters. And we fight together. The team boards the stealth ship, their departure a silent affair. As the vessel leaves Earth's atmosphere, the camera pulls back to show the planet below, vulnerable but unbroken. Rodriguez's voice echoes as the ship races toward the Federation's flagship. We've been pushed to the brink, but we've never been closer to victory. This is our fight. This is our time. We've got one shot at this. Stay sharp. Stay silent. And for the love of Earth, don't get caught. Dr. Granger, this is it, the Exodus engine. If we don't shut it down now, it'll be the end. The team begins working to disable the machine, but the process is complicated. Alien guards are closing in on their location, and time is running out. The room shakes as the ship's internal defenses activate. Rodriguez, hurry up, Dr. Granger. We don't have much time. Dr. Granger, it's not working. The override sequence is locked. Rodriguez looks around, quickly assessing the situation. She grabs a piece of alien tech from the room and modifies it on the spot, setting a new override sequence. Rodriguez, we'll do it our way. She inputs the new override code, and the Exodus engine powers down just in time, sending a shockwave through the ship. The team is barely able to escape as the entire vessel goes into lockdown. Rodriguez, we did it. Earth's still standing. And we're not done yet. The camera pans to show Earth from space, the once vulnerable planet now standing tall among the stars. The universe now knows one thing for certain: humanity is not to be underestimated. This was not the end of the war, but humanity had proven its worth. Against all odds, against impossible enemies, they had come out on top. And now, the galaxy would see that no force, alien or otherwise, could ever break the will of mankind. Rodriguez, they may have retreated, but I know Trazolin. He won't rest until we're wiped out. We can't afford to sit back. Dr. Granger, you're right, but we're at a crossroads. The Nexus Federation is regrouping, but we've got no idea where they're headed next. Without the Exodus engine, they're vulnerable, but they're still a massive threat. Rodriguez, we can't wait for them to strike first. We need to take the fight to them. Gather the best minds we have. This war isn't over. Rodriguez. The Nexus Federation's ambition is limitless. They've invaded Earth, and they've tried to erase us from existence. But humanity doesn't just survive, we fight. We ask you to stand with us, to fight alongside us. For your homes, for your future. There's a long silence. Kilrak, the leader of the warrior race, stands up, his imposing form towering over the others. Kilrak, I've seen what humanity can do. You are more dangerous than I first thought. The Nexus Federation would be fools not to fear you. We'll stand with you for now. But be warned, alliances are fragile, and trust is earned, not given. The Allura representative, a tall and slender being with piercing eyes, nods solemnly. We have felt your strength through the stars. The Nexus Federation is a blight on the galaxy, and we are no strangers to their cruelty. The Allura will stand with humanity, but you must prove your worth in the coming trials. Rodriguez, we have the tech, we have the support, and we have the determination. We will take the fight to them, and we will win. Trazalin, let them come. They will learn that underestimating us is their greatest mistake. His fleet heads toward a desolate, uncharted system. At the same time, Rodriguez's team, using the intelligence they've gathered, prepares to strike. But they sense something is off. The trap is set, and they must decide whether to take the bait or stay in the shadows. Rodriguez, they're expecting us to follow. But we're not falling for their games. She orders her team to follow cautiously, using stealth tactics to avoid detection. They infiltrate the system, and Rodriguez discovers a hidden fleet far more powerful than they expected. The trap has already been sprung, and humanity is in danger of being overwhelmed. Trazalin, you fought hard, Rodriguez, but you're nothing compared to the might of the Nexus Federation. This is where your story ends. Rodriguez, I don't think so. In a split-second decision, Rodriguez activates the new weapon Dr. Granger and the team had designed, a pulse that disables the Nexus Federation's weapon systems across the fleet. The tide of the battle turns as the Nexus ships lose their ability to fire, and humanity's forces capitalize on the moment. Rodriguez, we did the impossible, and we did it together. But the war, it's never truly over. For as long as we live, there will always be those who seek to conquer, to destroy. And as long as there are humans among the stars, we will fight. Rodriguez, this is just the beginning. The galaxy has no idea what's coming. Granger, what's the status on the fleet? How many ships did we lose? We lost half of our fleet, but it's not the ships that concern me. It's the people. The soldiers, the civilians. They saw what we were capable of, but now the galaxy will see what we're capable of when we rebuild. And what about the Nexus Federation? Trazalin and the others will be back. They'll regroup, but we've crippled their ability to launch any immediate offensives. We have time to strengthen ourselves. And the Alliance is still with us. Time won't save us from them. The moment they regain their strength, they'll be back. I won't wait for that. Humanity has proven its strength, but strength alone will not save you. I have seen your future, Earth. It is a future of disease, death, and decay. The plague of Zynothar is already on its way. And when it arrives, no one, not even you, will survive. The transmission cuts out, leaving the room silent. Rodriguez looks around at her team, Dr. Granger, a few surviving commanders, and an alien ally from the Allura Liath, each of them grimly aware of the weight of this new threat. Then we fight. We destroy this plague before it reaches us. I don't care how far Zynothar is gone. We will end it. We've got one shot at this. Zynothar security is tight, but the Codex is hidden inside the central vault. It's our only chance to stop him. Then we don't waste it. Wait, did you think you could trust me? I have my own reasons for working with Zynothar. And now you will all pay the price. Rodriguez, still struggling against the mental pulse, grits her teeth in defiance. You've made a mistake, Liath. You won't stop us. The team fights back against Liath's mind control, with Rodriguez and Granger rallying the remaining soldiers. The battle intensifies, with Zynothar's forces closing in on them. Just when all hope seems lost, the unexpected happens. One of the soldiers, a young human named Kara, activates a self-destruct sequence on the station, buying the team just enough time to escape. Kara, we've got minutes before this place blows. We need to get out of here now. Rodriguez, you're not going to win, Zynothar. This ends today. Zynothar, towering and menacing, cracks his knuckles, his voice dripping with malice. Zynothar, you have no idea what you're up against, human. I am the end of your species. The battle is intense, with Rodriguez using every bit of her cunning and strength to keep Zynothar at bay. The station's countdown echoes in the background, adding pressure to the fight. In a desperate move, Rodriguez manages to disable Zynothar's shield generator, finally giving her the opportunity to strike. Just as Zynothar lunges at her, Rodriguez activates the Cure Codex and releases the counter-agent into the atmosphere of the station. Zynothar falters, his body racked with the effects of the countervirus, and collapses to the ground. This is impossible. Not impossible. Just human. Rodriguez, we've done the impossible before, and we'll keep doing it. Because the galaxy is no longer just a place for the strong to rule. It's a place for those who dare to fight, to survive, and to thrive. So, humanity is awake. This will be interesting. Rodriguez, we've secured Earth, but this victory has put a target on our backs. Zynothar's defeat doesn't mean the end of threats. We need to be ready for what's coming. Commander Raylan, there are whispers of new forces rallying. The Altar have always remained hidden, but their energy signals are increasing. We've never seen anything like it. Dr. Granger, they may not be a military power yet, but they could be dangerous. Their technology is unlike anything we've encountered before. Rodriguez, we'll keep an eye on them. We can't afford to ignore anyone who's watching us this closely. Prepare the fleets and keep the lines open. We'll need to make new allies and fast. Alpha Prime, humanity has stirred the dust of the galaxy. Their strength cannot be ignored. They have beaten Zynothar, but they have no idea of the forces that truly shape this universe. It is time we make contact. We will show them their place in the grand design. But what of the Celestial Archive? It warns us against interference with the younger races. Humanity is an anomaly, a force that could either be a great asset or a grave threat. Then we will test them. If they are worthy, they will join us. If not, they will fall like all others. Humanity, you have proven your resilience, your strength. But the galaxy is older than you realize. We are the Altar. We have seen countless civilizations rise and fall. Your survival, your potential interests us. Join us, and we will guide you. Resist, and you will be erased. Rodriguez, we don't take threats lightly. If you want an alliance, you'll have to prove you're worthy of it. Earth doesn't bow to anyone. The first test is a vast maze filled with illusions, shifting walls, false paths, and psychological traps that prey on the deepest fears and desires of the participants. Rodriguez leads her team through, resisting the visions of lost comrades and tempting offers from the Altar to betray her mission. Rodriguez, we don't give up. Not here. Not ever. Through sheer determination, Rodriguez and her team make it to the heart of the maze, overcoming the mental traps laid by the Altar. The second test is a direct combat simulation against the Altar Vanguard, a force of warriors composed of solidified energy and light. The team must fight as a cohesive unit, blending human ingenuity with the technological prowess of their allies. In the heat of battle, they discover that the Altar warriors are invulnerable to conventional weapons. Granger, they're made of energy. We need to disrupt their core. Target their central mass. Through quick thinking and teamwork, the human team adapts and disables the energy beings, proving that they can not only survive but innovate under pressure. The final trial takes place in the heart of a collapsing star. The team must navigate a series of collapsing energy fields, gravity wells, and unstable environments. Rodriguez, Dr. Granger, and their crew face their darkest fears, realizing the true cost of their journey. Rodriguez, we've been to hell and back. You can't break us. With an act of sheer defiance, Rodriguez and her crew managed to survive the collapse of the star's core, emerging from the trial battered but victorious. Alpha Prime, you have passed. We did not expect you to survive. Humanity has proven its strength, its adaptability, and its will. You will join us, or you will lead your species to a fate of your own making. Rodriguez, we don't need to join you. We don't need to be guided. We fight for our place in the galaxy, and we'll do it alone if we have to. The Alpha Prime pauses, considering her words. Then, the voice of Alpha Prime rings through the minds of every human present. Alpha Prime. So be it. Humanity will walk its own path. But know this, you will never walk alone again. The galaxy will now watch as your rise continues. And when you need us, we will be there. Rodriguez. This is just the beginning. The time has come for the one who holds the key, the one who will shape the fate of all. Rodriguez. What is happening? This isn't just a signal. It's something else. A warning. Commander Raylan. It's a pulse, a message. The source is beyond our reach. But it's like the entire universe is trying to communicate with us. Dr. Granger. We need to decrypt this. The Celestial Archive must be something ancient, something older than even the altar. We can't ignore it. Rodriguez. Prepare an expedition. We want to find out what this archive is, no matter the cost. Dr. Granger. This is beyond anything we've encountered. It's not just a structure. It's a living entity. It's a breathing. Rodriguez. A living archive? This is what's been calling to us. It's older than the galaxy itself. The crew moves to investigate, encountering strange holographic data streams that seem to react to their presence. Each piece of information seems alive, swirling and shifting as though it is aware of them. Suddenly, a projection of an ancient alien being, seemingly a hybrid of energy and matter, materializes in front of them. The entity is vast, its form made of swirling cosmic energy that bends space around it. Entity. You have answered the call, children of Earth. You stand at the threshold of your true destiny. Your species is both the key and the destroyer. Will you walk the path of creation or collapse into the void? Rodriguez. What is it you want from us? Why choose us? Entity. The universe is built on cycles: creation, destruction, rebirth. The key to these cycles lies within your species. You are both a reflection of all that has come before you and a harbinger of what is to come. Your choices will shape the fate of all. As the team continues their exploration, Dr. Granger uncovers an encrypted message buried deep within the archive's data streams, revealing that the Celestial Archive holds the power to control the fundamental forces of the universe: time, space, and energy. However, it comes with a dire warning. Using its power will create an irreversible change in the galaxy's structure. Dr. Grange. This isn't just a treasure trove of knowledge. It's a weapon. If we unleash this, we could remake the universe, but at what cost? The archive must be destroyed. It is too powerful and too dangerous. No one race should have dominion over the threads of existence itself. You don't get to decide what happens with humanity's future. We're not asking for your permission. We will control our own destiny. Senator Lyra. The risks are unimaginable. The archive is not meant for any one species to wield. It could unravel the fabric of the universe itself. Rodriguez. We're not going to hide from what we are capable of. Humanity has earned a right to determine its own path. Rodriguez. We have to activate the archive first. If we don't, someone else will. We can't let anyone else control this power. Dr. Granger. The risks are enormous, but if we don't act, we'll be at the mercy of those who would use this against us. It's our only choice. As the team makes their way to the heart of the archive, a sudden ambush by Federation forces led by the Galactic Command threatens to end their mission. The battle between human and Federation forces intensifies as they fight not just for survival, but for the future of the galaxy itself. We are humanity, and we are not afraid. We will make our own path. We will decide what happens next. In a final act of defiance, Rodriguez activates the archive, unleashing a wave of energy that spreads across the galaxy. The universe trembles as the fundamental forces are rewritten. Entire star systems shift, black holes are closed, and the boundaries between space and time blur. For a moment, the galaxy seems to be caught in an infinite loop of creation and destruction. This is our legacy. We will shape the future, ours and the universe's. Rodriguez. We've changed everything. Now we live with the consequences. Rodriguez. These readings, they're not just random. Something is coming, and it's moving toward us. Dr. Granger. These disturbances are originating from the vast unknown, a sector of the galaxy no one has ever charted. The energy pulse we unleash seems to have triggered something ancient, something far older than the Celestial Archive itself. Commander Raylan, we may have stirred a sleeping giant. Whatever's out there, it's not friendly. The crew braces themselves as the ship enters the uncharted sector, encountering bizarre phenomena, twisting spatial fields, rogue asteroids, and ships that appear to have been frozen in time. They finally come upon the source of the disturbance, an enormous, shadowy presence looming just outside their view. This is Captain Rodriguez of the Righteous Dawn. Who are you? Voice. We are the Eternal Ones. We have witnessed the rise and fall of stars. Your actions have disturbed the balance of the universe. You have unlocked what should have remained sealed. The voice resonates in the minds of the crew, and the ship shakes as if the very laws of physics are being twisted. The crew struggles to maintain control as their ship begins to lose power. We didn't come here to cause harm. We came to secure humanity's place in the galaxy. What we didn't know it would awaken you. Your ignorance will be your undoing, human. The archive is not a tool for your species to wield. It was never meant to be. The archive was never a gift. It is a prison, a containment device for knowledge too dangerous for any being to wield. Those who unlock its secrets risk undoing the very fabric of existence. You are not the first to seek its power. Many before you have tried and failed. Rodriguez, how do we stop it? How do we undo what we've done? You cannot undo what has been done. The balance has already shifted. The universe is in motion now, and soon the fabric of reality itself will begin to tear. The question is not how to stop it, but whether you can survive it. Dr. Granger. The archive has a failsafe, an ancient mechanism that could reverse the damage we've done. But it comes with a price. To activate it, someone must give their life. It's the only way to stop the universe from unraveling. Rodriguez, I'm not going to let anyone die for this. There has to be another way. Commander Raylan, we've come too far. If the universe is collapsing, we have no choice but to act. Rodriguez, this is our final moment. One of us must step forward. Who will make the sacrifice? Dr. Granger. It has to be me. I'm the one who uncovered the failsafe. It's my responsibility. Rodriguez. No, Granger. You've done enough. I'll do it. Commander Raylan. Captain, you've led us this far. Let me do this. I'll make sure you all have a future to return to. In a tearful, emotional moment, Commander Raylan steps forward and begins the activation sequence for the failsafe. As he enters the activation code, the entire crew watches in somber silence as the process begins. The ship shakes violently as the energy of the Celestial Archive surges. Commander Raylan, this is the right choice. For humanity. For the galaxy. Raylan's body disintegrates into pure energy, merging with the archive as it pulses and hums with newfound power. A moment of absolute silence fills the ship, and the surrounding universe seems to hold its breath. Rodriguez, we've been given a second chance. Humanity's place in the galaxy is no longer just a dream. It's our responsibility to guide the future now. Dr. Granger, whispering, his sacrifice won't be forgotten. The galaxy owes him everything. We'll honor his legacy, and we'll protect this galaxy from the dangers we've unleashed. The future is ours to shape. Rodriguez, we did what we had to do, but it feels like we've been given a gift or a curse. Dr. Granger, the universe has a way of testing you, Captain. But you're right, we've earned a place among the stars. The question now is, how do we use this power? How do we lead? Rodriguez, I don't have all the answers, Granger. But I know that we're not alone anymore. The galaxy is full of allies and enemies. We need to build something stronger than just human might. We need to forge alliances. Holler. We've seen what you humans are capable of, Captain Rodriguez. But power is nothing without wisdom. The Celestial Archive may have stabilized the universe for now, but what guarantees do we have that it won't destabilize again? Rodriguez, we can't undo the past, but we can shape the future. Humanity understands that power must be tempered with responsibility. The archive was a weapon of destruction before, but it's also a tool for knowledge. We don't want to rule the galaxy. We want to protect it. Sir, your species is young. The forces that shape the universe have existed long before you. You meddled with powers beyond your comprehension. It was a gamble. One that you won for now. But can you keep your victory? Rodriguez, if we're going to survive as a species, we need to build trust. And we need to work together. Humanity won't go it alone. Shit. The archive is a wound in the fabric of the universe. Humanity is the infection. We will not let you corrupt the stars with your arrogance. The galaxy must be cleansed. The Shade's broadcast sends shockwaves through the galaxy. Rumors spread of a growing rebellion, of covert operations, and of a vast army of followers hidden within the Outer Rim. The crew of the Righteous Dawn prepares for a new kind of war, a war against the unseen forces that seek to destabilize the balance they've fought to establish. Rodriguez, they're not just trying to take us down, they're planning to undo everything. These weapons, they're designed to disrupt the fabric of space itself. They're trying to start the collapse again. Commander Tasha, we need to shut this down fast. If the Shade gets these weapons out into the galaxy, we're looking at a war unlike any we've seen before. The crew battles their way through the base, fighting not just to survive but to stop the imminent threat of galactic destruction. In a tense moment, Rodriguez comes face to face with a key member of the Shade's faction, a former ally who once fought alongside humanity against the Eternal Ones. Shade's lieutenant. You don't understand, Captain. This isn't about revenge. This is about survival. Humanity unlocked a power that should have never been touched. The archive is a curse, and you are the ones who unleashed it. Rodriguez, you're wrong. The archive isn't a curse, it's a tool. We're trying to use it for good. We're trying to protect the galaxy. We're trying to stop what we started. But we need to do this together. You can't fix what's already broken, Captain. The galaxy was fine before you touched the archive. It's too late for peace. In a final desperate battle in the space around Earth, Rodriguez leads the charge, facing the Shade directly. The fate of the galaxy hangs in the balance as the Shade reveals their ultimate weapon, a massive warship that is powered by the same energy that once fueled the Eternal One civilization. Rodriguez to the crew, overcome. We stop them here, or we don't stop them at all. This is our last chance. Commander Raylan's ghost, you've come so far. Don't let this be the end of your story. In a heart-pounding final showdown, Rodriguez and the Righteous Dawn's crew engage in a desperate battle against the Shade's warship. As the tide of the battle turns in humanity's favor, Rodriguez makes the ultimate choice, using the archive's power one last time to disable the rebel fleet, but at a great cost. The sacrifice is personal, as the archive's energy destabilizes once again, requiring the life force of one final volunteer. Rodriguez, I'll do it. I'll make sure the galaxy survives. I'll make sure humanity survives. As she steps into the archive's core chamber, the energy surges and the universe trembles. But Rodriguez's actions not only stabilize the galaxy, they transform the archive, changing its very nature from a weapon to a source of limitless potential for knowledge and peace. Dr. Granger, you did it, Captain. You saved us all. Humanity has proven its place in the galaxy. Rodriguez, we didn't do it alone. The galaxy is our responsibility now. We'll protect it and learn from it. As the Righteous Dawn sets off on a new mission, the stars in the sky shine brighter than ever before, a testament to humanity's resilience and the strength found in unity. Rodriguez, we've lost a lot more than we can ever replace. Raylan gave everything to ensure that this victory was possible. But his loss won't be in vain. We've been given a second chance, and it's up to us to make sure humanity doesn't forget what it took to get here. Commander Tasha, Raylan's legacy is one of sacrifice. We'll carry that with us, but we also need to look to the future. We have a galaxy to rebuild, and we're not alone in this anymore. Dr. Granger, the archive is no longer a weapon. Something more. Humanity can help shape its destiny now, but we have to remember, it's not just about us. The galaxy is vast, and there are still forces out there who won't forget the power we've unlocked. Rodriguez, we can't just rebuild our world. We need to rebuild trust among the stars. The alliances we form in the coming years will determine if this peace is permanent, or if we'll be facing another war sooner than we think. Eternal One leader, humanity believes they have control over the archive. They believe they've won. But they don't realize the universe is a far greater force than they could ever comprehend. We will rise again, and this time, we will make sure humanity pays for their arrogance. The leader turns to a holographic map of the galaxy, zooming in on Earth's position, while a network of followers begins to mobilize once more. The wheels of war are turning again, quietly and without mercy. Rodriguez. This summit marks the beginning of a new chapter. Humanity may have unlocked the power of the archive, but we stand here not as conquerors, but as allies. It's time for us to work together to ensure that the galaxy remains stable for future generations. Holler. And what guarantees do we have that humanity won't use the archive for their own gain? Your species has a history of pushing boundaries. What's to stop you from using it as a weapon again? Rodriguez. We are not our past mistakes. The archive was a weapon, yes, but it's also a tool for understanding. If we can use it to heal, to explore, to learn, then we've won more than just a battle. We've won the future. But that future depends on all of us working together. The room is silent, the weight of Rodriguez's words hanging in the air. Slowly, other leaders begin to nod in agreement. A new era is on the horizon, but only if they can trust each other. Dr. Granger. This isn't natural. The fabric of space is destabilizing again. But this time, it's not the archive, it's something else. Something that's been hidden beneath the surface for far too long. Rodriguez, what are we dealing with, Granger? Dr. Granger. The Eternal Ones. They've reactivated something, some kind of destabilizing force hidden in the outer regions. We thought they were gone, but they've been planning, building, waiting. They've never given up. Rodriguez. The time for diplomacy is over. We've been given a gift by the galaxy, but now it's our turn to fight for it. Earth stands at the center of a galactic war, and we're the first line of defense. We protect our home, and we protect the future of every living being in this galaxy. Commander Tasha, we've fought before. We can do it again. This time, we won't just fight to survive, we'll fight to protect what we've built. Dr. Granger. They've left us a weakness. There's always a weakness. We just have to find it. We've got the technology, the knowledge. We just need to outsmart them. Eternal One Leader. You think you've won, human? You think you've shaped the galaxy? The archive is not yours to control. It never was. Rodriguez, you lost, and you won't get another chance. This galaxy is ours to protect, and we'll do whatever it takes to keep it safe. In the final moments, Rodriguez must decide whether to use the power of the archive one last time to eliminate the Eternal Ones once and for all. The consequences of her choice will echo through the ages, shaping the future of not just humanity, but the entire galaxy. Rodriguez. We've secured our place among the stars, but our real work is just beginning. It's not about ruling the galaxy, it's about ensuring it thrives. Together. As the crew of the Righteous Dawn prepares for the next phase of their journey, they look to the stars, knowing that they will face whatever challenges lie ahead, together, united by their shared mission to protect the galaxy and its fragile peace.